So let's talk for a second about what would happen if there was no money. The scenario is, how would one work and expect not to be paid? So, in answer to that, the money system is just something that is created and devised to separate us and to make us slaves. I mean, to force us to do things that we don't want to do. Now, why else would we do something we don't want to do? Why should we have to do something we don't want to do in the first place? Let's answer those separately. Um, so let's go with the first one, and let's just say that if you're making money and it's stockpiling, you'll be fine, right? But you have bills to pay, so that takes your money away. And then you have clothes to buy, and that takes your money away. And then you have gas and other things for your children, and that takes money away. And entertainment, if you've got any money left for that, that's going to take your money away too. I don't know if you see a pattern here, but that's keeping you in oppression. That's what it's doing. And half the time, and let's just be honest, more than half the time, most of the time, when you work, you're doing something you don't want to be doing. There's something that you're really good at that you'd rather be doing, that you could be doing, that you should be doing, but you're not doing it because it doesn't make sense for you to do it. Or maybe you just physically can't because the monetary system doesn't allow you to. You're doing what you can do because it's the job that's available. Let's just say it's unfair and it's not right. And the people who have all of the money don't have to do anything at all. They put their money in stocks, they invest vast amounts of money in this, and that, and boom, they get a return, and it's more than what they put in, and they just keep continuing to do nothing. And it's really unfair to the person who has to toil and scrimp and sacrifice everything and not see their children and eat horrible, unhealthy foods that are horribly processed. And there's no sense in that. I grew up like that. My mom worked several jobs. I never saw her. By all means, we should have been rich, but we had nothing. We had nothing. Often we went without electricity. I mean, it was normal to us. Made us strong. Oh, you need that so you'll be tough. No, you don't. I'd have been tough either way. Tough is a mental thing, not a physical thing. So going through all those struggles, you can go many different ways from living like that. I could be living a life of crime. I could be a prostitute. I could be a drug addict. I could be many things. You know, I could be many things, having the upbringing that I did, the abuse, the neglect, the poverty. I should, by all means, be a serial killer, but I'm not. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm just sitting here trying to help everyone. You know, everything happens differently for everyone. Okay, so what would happen if I told you that your time was worth way more than money? Time is precious, and it should not be something that you let someone else tell you what it's worth. You only have so much time here to love your family, to procreate, to make beautiful art and music, to share your talents with the world, to improve something. You only have a little bit of time to do that. And while some may think a lifetime, wow, that's so long, that's childish thinking, and all adults know that. That's just childish. Time is short. It's very short. You don't have a lot of it, and it could be taken away from you at any moment. An accident, a natural disaster. I mean, something could fall out of the sky right now, an airplane could crash, and this video could never get put up. Might happen. I can't say that it won't, you know. My time is not worth money. Money is not sufficient, and I am not satisfied with that answer as what my time would be worth. Time to me is worth everything. Um, in my model of no money, people will do what they love, what they want to do. They will be able to try something out. We can all be masters of whatever we want. There won't be some mechanic that we all go to because, oh, we're so helpless and we can't fix our own cars. Everyone can know how to fix their own cars and help anyone else who doesn't know or who just needs help. Maybe they're disabled, maybe they're not, whatever. They need help. There's many reasons people can need that. And it shouldn't be negated as to how much we can help someone, as to how much money we have. If you want to help someone, you should be able to help them. And under my system, that's what the whole model is, actually. It's a model of people helping people. And it's not a system of asking, I'm giving you something, what are you going to give me? That will be a thought of the past. Will that take time to catch on? Yeah. But being the system will be built around it from now on, you'll catch on. Just like you caught on to this one. If you can catch on to something that's oppressive and horrible and unfair and corrupted, why would you not be able to catch on to something that's good and fair and fun and interesting and provocative? Because I'll tell you what, in the new world, when all technology is free to everyone, we'll be able to do amazing things. And once our minds are free, once all the people who want to be great inventors, who have all these awesome ideas, just not enough money to put them together, or too busy in their mundane lives trying to pay their bills to even concentrate on the great ideas that they have, once those people are allowed to do those things, our world's going to get a lot better and a lot easier. And things are just going to get more and more awesome. And once you end the money, you end all the pollution and the chemicals. That's all just here because everybody's trying to cut a corner to make more money and spend less money. Once all that goes away, you don't have a need to do any of that. There will be no need to dump our pollution in a lake somewhere so no one knows what's happening to it. There will be no need for you to be producing that pollution in the first place. We don't need this mass amount of goods. We really don't. And once you understand what your time is worth, you can take your life back and demand that it be paid with something that is worthy of your time. Like everything. Think about it. This money revolution is here now. If we all band together, it would be so much easier. It could happen overnight. We outnumber them by the billions. We outnumber them, and there's no question about it. They know it. They fear it. That's why they feed you this propaganda on the news and, oh, you trust people in lab coats, so let me dress this person up in a lab coat. Let me pay them to say this, and you'll believe it. That's what you do. But I'm trying to help you break free from that. This revolution will end all of that crap. You will not be sold fake, poisonous items. All your food will be organic. You'll be free to travel and visit that old granny that's sure not to live too much longer, so you might as well go see them. Introduce her to your kids or your grandkids, or who. Introduce people to people that they should be knowing, they should have in their lives. That doesn't happen these days because they're too far away and you can't afford to travel and you have to work, and you know how it goes, yada yada. It's the same old story. The cycle will continue. Your children will live like this if we don't change it now. So it's happening. Let's do this, people. Let's change our realities. Let's change our children's futures. Let's make their time worth something different than money. We can end the money now and make their time worth everything. Spend the time with your children that you need, because they need it.